You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Save My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Good morning and welcome to the Experience Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business. And your business is our business.
Okay, so years ago, I have some wings in my hair today.
Wings?
No, that was not it. Actually, I was just fixing my headphones.
Oh.
Years ago, my mother-in-law had a camera, a digital camera.
Yeah.
And she would take, family pictures of when the cousins or all the grandkids got together and every time we were together. It was very sweet. But all the pictures, every time she would print out all the pictures, they all were blurry.
Oh.
They were always very blurry. So she would make all these adjustments to the camera and making sure she was steady.
Right.
But the pictures always came out blurry.
The weirdest thing just happened.
So
I had the same problem.
Did you have the same problem?
This morning, I turned on the video camera for the show. We record on YouTube Live, and blurry. Horribly blurry.
She took a camera to return it because it took blurry pictures.
Right.
No matter what she did, she could not get the picture to all the pictures were blurry.
Right.
So she takes it back to return it because this no good camera, it's broken and it doesn't take good pictures and you sold me a bad camera.
Yeah.
Gentleman pulls out his little microfiber cleaning cloth, cleans off the lens. He takes a beautifully clear picture.
The weirdest thing just happened today.
What happened to you?
I plugged in the video camera, which takes crystal clear pictures always, and it was like blurry. It was just horrible. And then I watched you get up and pull out your microfiber cloth.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
And he's like, wow. I said to him, the camera's dirty. Yeah. He's like, no, it can't be that.
How? It's a
like,
pinpoint
how could the camera be dirty, Angel?
Like,
nobody touches it. That's not it. I get over there, I clean it off, and it's perfectly clear.
All right,
and he
Mrs.
looks at me
Tussey.
and he's like, how'd you do that? How'd you know that?
All right, Mrs. Tussey, thank you very much for helping me with my camera. It is much better now, and it's clear.
It is clear.
It's
You're
clear
welcome.
that I have
You're
no
welcome.
clue what I'm doing.
Well, sometimes we get, so caught up in the technology, we want to overthink things and over-process it. And you do. You are awful. You go back to...
Can we use a different word?
What's the code for that? And, when something is happening on my computer, he comes over and he does all...
MS-DOS had codes, and we still remember
all those things. And it's something so simple as, you just clean off the camera. Wipe it off a little bit. So, see, I'm useful in the world of technology.
Yes,
and
you
I just
are.
wanted to take a couple minutes to acknowledge.
Did you turn on your heart light?
My heart light is always on.
Yeah?
My heart light is always on. I had a fabulous time last night at the Neil Diamond concert. Though walking in, I wasn't sure I was going to.
Oh, why? Oh, because you walked in.
I walked in on 2 fast feet.
Yeah.
I didn't require a cane.
You weren't doing the Thorazine
a walker,
shuffle.
A wheelchair, but God bless them, they were there.
Yeah. The grandma and grandpa all came out. What was the funniest comment that I think I read was that there was more silver there than a swap meet in New Mexico.
Did smell a little bit like Bengay and Old Spice.
Right.
But Neil did a very nice concert.
Yeah.
I mean, his voice is so distinct. Still sounds just as good as ever, and had a great time. It was super, super fun, and we had a good group of people. We got to go there with our friends from Public Service Credit Union, and they set us up, and a fabulous night. It was nice.
Absolutely. It really was fantastic.
And when he came back for his encore.
6 songs.
Songs he played in the encore, which was a lot.
It's way past his bedtime.
It was way past my bedtime.
He killed it.
It was so funny, though, the last song, and I don't even think the last song quite ended. Like, everybody was off stage yet.
Yeah.
And I looked down, and the whole place had emptied out.
The entire place was gone. Except for the one lady with the walker who, she's going a little slower. But it really, I mean...
They got out of there fast.
They did.
They're like, I'm going home to bed.
If they want to get home, if they want to move, they can.
I know.
There's no doubt about
Slow moving in, but man, when it came to them to go, like, we're out of here.
Hey, great show coming up today.
Yeah, and we're actually going to announce who our member of the month is, who got the most fan brags for the month of May. We'll be announcing that.
And Michael Gerber, you know him with the E-Myth and the E-Myth Revisited series of books, one of the most prolific and well-respected business trainers and coaches out there. We're going to have him on the show and talk.
Right, and we actually have a certified E-Myth life coach or business coach in our directory, and she hosts events monthly. I believe you can check those out as well. We're going to talk about memes.
Yes.
Yeah, all sorts of fun
stuff. And I spent the morning doing something that I've been dreaming about for a year.
What'd you do?
I sat down.
I did this, but
I sat down with somebody, and we measured my vehicle. My car. What were you thinking? And
dreaming about measuring my car for years.
We're going to get a vehicle wrap, and we're going to put our sponsors and our members on the car.
I know, that's pretty exciting.
It is so exciting.
Eric's cheeks are like hurting.
Yeah, they are. I've got laugh jaw or smile jaw or whatever you call it. It hurts, but in the best way. Great show for you. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the most positive business talk show in America.
The Experienced Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
The business professionals at Extreme Relationship Management know that networking is one of the best ways to create word-of-mouth marketing for your business. They also know that many of you feel like it's a complete waste of time. The difference is knowing how to network and what to do with all those business cards that you collect. Tune in every Thursday to learn about the ERM networking laws, and be sure to sign up for the next ERM class. Extreme Relationship Management offers training and events to help you realize how rewarding networking can be. Train the ERM way. Find them online at extremerelationshipmanagement.com and call 855-I-LIKE-ERM to find out more about their next class.
Edgetronics wants you to be happy with your business phone system. Get your phones to work for you, not against you. The friendly folks at Edgetronics can help you plan ahead to keep your business operating when there may be a phone system outage. They offer solutions with VoIP, non-VoIP, and hybrid telephone systems. Upgrade to the system with features that will meet your company's growing needs. Call today at 303-766-1699. That's 303-766-1699. No business is too small or too large, and the customer service at Edgetronics will make you smile. Call now, 303-766-1699, or online at edgetronics, that's with an X.com.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experienced Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Online at experiencepros.com/directory.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Finding care for an aging parent or loved one can be a simple and hassle-free process with Home Care Assistance Denver by your side. They are locally owned and provide hourly as well as 24/7 live-in services by caregivers that are custom-matched based on client needs. They personalize every care plan to fit your loved one's very specific needs. Call them today to schedule your free in-home assessment. 720-443-3371. 720-443-3371. More information can be found at homecareassistancedenver.com. They love serving your loved ones. Call now, 720-443-3371.
John Rush, this afternoon from 3 to 6 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us today. It is a beautiful day, and it's a great day to get your business on.
It is. All right, so we were talking a little bit about technology with our camera and the importance of keeping the screen cleaned, even on your
lens.
The lens.
Yeah.
Okay, the lens.
Yeah, the screen doesn't need to be clean. The screen's
Lens.
just whatever it is.
You
But
probably-
the lens.
You could probably use a little cleaning on your actual
Leave
screen,
my screen
too.
alone.
I think both could use a little cleanliness.
I took a shower last week.
No, your computer screen hasn't. All right, so here's some foolproof tips to take better pictures on your iPhone, right? Because most of us aren't even carrying cameras anymore, right? Like, when was the last time you whipped out a camera?
You don't need to. You've got 12 megapixels in your pocket.
I don't even take one on family vacations anymore. I can't remember the last time I actually...
Right.
What do you call that? What did we used to do? We used to take the film in and...
Oh, yeah, have it developed.
I can't remember the last time I had...
Can't even remember the word.
I can't even remember the
developed.
word developed, right? I haven't had pictures developed. I don't have them. They're always on social media.
So a new development in... sorry.
All right, so here's some if you're using your camera or your phone to take pictures. The first rule of thumb is simplicity is the ultimate sophistication.
I so agree with that. The more busy your photo is, the less easy it is for any of us to focus on any one thing. Have one subject and make it simple.
Absolutely, because then they say otherwise it leaves your photo looking messy and homemade. Blank space.
Yep.
One subject. This is what Eric was talking about. All you need is one subject, especially if you're sharing your photo on Instagram or any others. People are seeing it from their phones, so most of the detail is going to be lost anyways. So the blank space that once seemed so glaring is actually going to be dissolved on their screen.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to touch in this article, and I hate to jump ahead, if they're going to talk about the rule of thirds, because the blank space involves the rule of thirds. Put yourself a grid, a tic-tac-toe image, if you will, across that, and you've got top third, bottom third, middle third, right, and then the same across horizontally, and you should optimally utilize only 1/3.
Isn't that funny? Because I think everybody like crams, like it zooms in as much so that the whole face or the whole thing.
Well, if that's what you're going for, and I think, well, for portraits, I think that's an important piece. But if you're talking about a photo, especially as we're getting ready to talk about memes and the value of memes, your photo becomes critical, and the rule of thirds becomes critical because you need space to write whatever witticism you're going to put there.
You need more blank space for the text to allow room for the text.
Okay.
Shoot from a low angle. They say many users shoot from chest height because it's the easiest angle.
Right.
However, if you're wanting your photo to stand out, you crouch down on your knees and shoot upward. Not only are you going to be receiving a different perspective, but it also helps remove unwanted distraction.
I agree with that, except when it comes to close-ups of people, in which case you want to actually shoot down.
Down, yeah, because you don't want people.
Get the double chin shadows.
If people look down, you get the double chin, and also dark eye circles.
Yes.
So you always want to shoot from above their faces.
All right. See?
All right.
You didn't know that I was a photography aficionado, did you?
Are you an award-winning?
You don't smart off, okay? I'm just helping.
Don't be afraid to show depth. They say people typically think a photo looks cleaner when it's all on one plane or surface, but most photos, especially landscape images, look better when there's a narrative being told through various mediums. I don't know what.
This is an area I have no expertise in, so we're just going to move on.
We're just going to move on.
Mm-hmm.
Follow the brown dirt road. They say if your eye follows the line of a trail, it'll take you past something and makes the photo more engaging. So if there's a road or a trail or
use
river,
perspective to your advantage. And by the way, that photo that we just looked at has the rule of thirds. The tree line is in the upper third.
All right, I'm going to have to post this link on our Facebook wall for people to see, because it actually has examples of the pictures. Mm-hmm. Diagonal. Apparently, if you line your subjects diagonally, it allows the viewer to take in everything in a more relaxed space.
I agree with that, and it's not talking about angling your lens. It's simply going from one diagonal corner to another.
Let's say when shooting pictures of your children or pets, get down on the same level with them.
Agreed.
And don't ignore shadows.
Yep.
Sometimes it's fun to get the shadow in the picture.
You know, I tried taking a shadow picture a couple of weeks ago now, because it was just a really cool shadow, and it was of me, but the shadow was hitting it just really cool, and I tried to get the artistic moment. I could not capture it. I took like 20 pictures of my dang shadow, and it did not come out on digital film the way that it did in real life.
Did you ever play the chalkboard shadow game with the kids?
I don't know what that is.
Not chalk, where they go outside and they make poses and then you trace their shadow with chalk on the sidewalk. And
That's
so
cool.
They've got really fun poses. Yeah, it's a fun game to play with the kids in the summertime. Speaking of the shadows, they say it's okay to fight the sun. Silhouetting is taking everything you've been taught about photography and flipping it on its head.
Absolutely. Silhouetting is sexy.
Direct your camera towards the sun. Every object that you're capturing will automatically be dark, and so for best results, okay, this is so funny. Point your camera towards the sun.
Yep.
And for best results, shoot in the evening.
Before dark. Before dark. All right, do you have one more?
No.
No. All right.
There's an app for that.
Okay, there is an app. There's a lot of apps, and by the way, don't forget, we told you last week that if you use a filter with something like Instagram, your odds of being looked at, liked, and shared go up like 43%. So use your filters. All right. That's weird for me to say use your filters, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. You don't have one.
I rarely do. Mm-hmm. But we're going to talk.
I'm going to actually post this link on our Facebook wall because there are some fun pictures associated with all the tips for how to take better pictures on your iPhone.
I love that. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about the business of the month for May when we come back. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Landlords, listen up. If you have investment property, you need Legacy Properties PM. Devin Bewley will absolutely get you the highest rent possible, handle every imaginable emergency, and make sure that your property is well cared for. He visits every property regularly and knows that he's working for you. Legacy Properties PM, where their promise to you is simple. If your property isn't earning you money, you owe them nothing. There's nothing to lose. 720-989-1996. Mention Experience Pros and they'll waive the first month's management fee.
Hi, this is Eric, and I want to talk to you about my friends over at McDonald Volvo. This family-owned business has been delivering extreme customer service for almost 50 years right here in our neighborhood. With upfront worry-free pricing and super personalized service, your best car buying experience is at McDonald Volvo. General Manager Will Roughton is a great friend, and he wants to meet you personally. Call him at 303-738-4803. That's 303-738-4803, and tell him the pros sent you.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the Orange Effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
The top 5 search results get 75% of all the clicks. 75%! That means if you're on page 2, you are missing out on tons of potential business. You, my friend, are in need of professional help. At SharpNet Solutions, it's not all about clicks. It's about making sales. They optimize the Experience Pros Extreme Customer Service Directory, and they can optimize your business. Call them today, 303-900-4988. That's 303-900-4988. Or find them online at sharpnetsolutions.com. Put their talents to work and see what they can do for you. 303-900-4988. Mention the Experience Pros and get up to 50% off. Call today.
Dana Lash, 8 p.m. weeknights on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. This is the most positive business talk show in America, and these are the most positive 2 hours of your workday, Monday through Friday.
We kicked off the year with our 2015 Fan Bragging Contest, put a brand new engine in the Extreme Customer Service Directory where you could leave positive reviews about your favorite companies. Turned into a great review site, encouraged and allowed for many companies to receive online testimonials and online reviews, and we've learned in the last several months how valuable having online reviews on a third-party website are for growing your business, for searchability, proofability, outweighing your competition, especially when people are comparing you against somebody else in the marketplace. And of course, we had over 2,000 fan brags came in during the contest. Several people with bunches and bunches of fan bragging reviews. Our winner was Printing Done Quickly with over 200 reviews. Since then, every month, we feature the one company that receives the most fan brags during that month. So for the month of May, the most fan brags goes to our friends Robert and Janie Bielenberg with Bielenberg & Associates. They are realtors serving Denver and their southern suburbs for over 33 years. They are experienced, full-time, full-service real estate team equipped to handle any complex real estate transaction.
You know, and they're truly just amazing people. Bielenberg & Associates, they came on strong halfway through the fan bragging contest. They won their category for residential real estate, and they've got other awards as well. Give them a shout out if you're looking for some great help in your residential real estate needs. 303-770-1977, 303-770-1977, or find them on their website at robertandjani.com. That's robertandjani, JANI.com. It's congratulations to them. It's super exciting to see them take them out to May.
Absolutely. They have 51 fan brags. 51 happy customers have written positive online reviews for Robert and Janie. So check them out on the Experience Pros directory. Extreme Customer Service Directory. When you're thinking about finding the best in business, there's one place that you can go, and that's the Extreme Customer Service Directory. It's free for you to check out as a customer, read all of the reviews, leave your own positive reviews. They've all been qualified through our 14-plus step vetting process.
Right.
The process keeps kind of growing. We keep finding new places to check out, and just to make sure that when you call them and you say, I found you on the Extreme Customer Service Directory, that they're going to offer extreme customer service.
You know, we really, that's the point of doing what we're doing. And I was asked over the weekend by one of our clients, just exactly how do you vet us? What is the vetting process? Because when you go through, when you become a member of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, it is a 16 10-step vetting process that people go through. And so I explained it. Well, we start with the Better Business Bureau, and we had the privilege of meeting Kimberly States yesterday, who's the brand new CEO. She's been here 4 months of Denver Boulder Better Business Bureau, and well, I'll tell you what. You know, the Better Business Bureau is right there advocating and being a good part of your business plans. If you don't have an association with them in one way or another, can I recommend going out and getting a profile on the Better Business Bureau? It's so important.
Well, it's still one of those places that people check to find out, how are you doing in the community? How are you doing in the marketplace? And can I trust you? And so often we rely so heavily on word of mouth marketing, which is valuable, but don't pretend for 1 minute that just because you're being referred that people aren't also going online and checking you out as well.
In fact, people check out things for everything. I understand that you went and bought a new phone case for your phone, right?
I did.
Check the reviews.
Yes, I did.
Right.
I always do. I always do.
For a phone case.
For a phone case. I just want to know every time I go to download an app, a free app even.
Read the reviews.
I read the reviews.
Yep.
Even if I'm not spending money on something, I still want to know what people's experience is with it. So think about what you do, and you're charging people, and you don't think they're going to check the reviews? Having online reviews off your website, but on a third-party site, which means you can't manipulate it, you can't control it, you're not entering them, they are doing it all on their own. That is so valuable for your business. And the nice thing about being a part of the Extreme Customer Service Directory is only positive reviews are posted. It's all 4- and 5-star reviews. Those become Googleable, Google Food.
Yes.
Search engine, that organic search for you and your company. And that doesn't mean that sometimes, people think, well, okay, well, what about the negative? We want the truth. All right, well, here's what we have found.
You can't handle the truth.
Here's what we have found. We actually do get, on occasion, somebody calls to complain or writes in a negative review about a company, and we deal with those offline, off the air, on the side. And we do deal with them off the air. But what we end up finding most of the time, and here's the scary part to this whole online review thing, is somebody is willing to bash the brand and the promise of your company for something really minor.
Right.
You didn't call them back. You didn't communicate. You didn't tell them how long it would be. It took a little longer. And that's the biggest complaint we get is they're impatient. Your customers are impatient. They want it yesterday. They want it faster than you're delivering. And so we deal with that, and we make sure that the speed and the communication of timeliness to your customers is the #1 complaint received. So what can you do with that information?
You ought to be able to translate that, reverse engineer, and go, oh, I should respond to my emails quickly. I should answer the phone as soon as possible and get back as soon as possible. I should realize that if this is the one thing that people could complain about, I will create a customer experience that alleviates them ever even having that thought.
Well, it's valuable information, right? It's valuable. How do we offer extreme customer service? We think it has to be this, monumentous big thing that we do.
Right.
But when you look at what the complaints are and what people are bragging about and what they're complaining about, how easy is that to solve for? Answering the phone, quickly, responding to voicemails, responding to emails, responding to text messages, having somebody responding to comments and interaction on social media. If you do have a sales process or a process in your service that has a lengthy process, keeping the communication ongoing, every week or whatever it is, to let them know it's moving forward. Because if they're not hearing from you, they're assuming the worst. And then they're going to complain about it. I never heard from them. I had to wait. They didn't call me back. And so often, here's another complaint we get. They weren't even your customer yet, but you didn't call them back. They were trying to do business with you. They called you and they didn't get a call back. I can't tell you how often we hear that complaint.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is so scary.
And one of the things that we again, we're getting ready to talk to an expert on the subject of memes. We created a meme last week and put it out that talked about in order to receive and appreciate extreme customer service, you need to be an extreme customer. Right?
Right.
So let's now talk about that, because not only are you trying to protect your business from those people who are going to come and do that, but as you're a customer for others, remember that what you say, your actions truly affect the life of a small business.
Absolutely.
Right.
And it's really frightening to know that people are willing to go online and all that you've worked for, even though they've never done business with you, are going to complain about you. But it doesn't happen on the Experience Pros directory.
Never.
We take care of that offline. But we do want to encourage you. You are doing a lot of marketing. You're out there promoting your company. You've created raving fans that are bringing business to you. But if you're not responding to those phone calls, you're not responding to those emails, those contact us pages on your own website, you're losing customers. And you think, okay, well, all this stuff that I'm doing isn't working. Well, it is. But if you're not calling people back and you're dismissing the referrals that you're getting, you're not only losing the customer, but then it reflects poorly on the person who referred them to you. And that spirals out of control. We're not going to want to refer people if you're not going to call them back.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you for that, and congratulations to Robert and Janie Bielenberg, Bielenberg and Associates, Residential Real Estate, and now the winners of the month of May, Best Business of the Month.
Best Business of the Month, our Member of the Month. We'll post that on our Wall of Fame at experiencepros.com, but go and check them out on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. They have over 50 fan Braggin reviews for you to check out.
Absolutely. When we come back, Darrell Stern's in the house. We're going to talk a little bit about memes. You know, those funny little things. Well, you might not be laughing, or you could be laughing all your way to the bank if you understand the power of memes for your small business.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff it up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple, and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706. Or visit rivierafinance.com.
We'd love it if you liked us. No, we know that you like us here on the radio, but we'd love it if you liked us on Facebook. Keep your fingers on the pulse of all the networking events, trainings, fun activities, and business opportunities. And the pictures. The pictures. All of which can be found right there on our Facebook page. Just go to facebook.com/experiencepros and click like. Yep, it's just that simple. Get plugged into the most positive business talk show in America and become a business revolutionary. We'd love it if you liked us on facebook.com/experiencepros.
Tune in every Monday at 11:35 for What's Going On with Jim Smith from Prudential. Jim will host a lively conversation about the financial and investment topics you're asking about. You can call Jim and his Prudential team directly at 303-669-9701 and tune in on Monday mornings right here on the Experience Pros radio show.
The Extreme Customer Service Directory is the go-to place for finding the companies who have the best customer testimonials. Plus, to make it even easier, we narrowed down the field to only 3 companies in your area. If you need a printer in the metro area, we have it. If you need ink and toner, we have it. The Extreme Customer Service Directory is one of the most visited directories in the state, and it's all yours to view for free at experiencepros.com. Experiencepros.com for the best in customer service. When you're looking for the best, think Experience Pros. You can feel good about doing business with the pros.
I'm John Walsh.
I'm Ed Smart. When a child is abducted, time is critical.
That's why Amber Alert is so important. The public is notified when a child is abducted.
It's a partnership between broadcasters, law enforcement, transportation, and you.
Thanks for making Amber Alert happen.
Chris Cook, tonight at 6 on KLZ 560.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Don't be so quick to walk away. This me, I want to burn your body. Please stay.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. You've seen them all over your Facebook, Twitter feed, all of that. Talking about memes.
Webster actually introduced the word meme into the dictionary for this year. We didn't know what it was, and we're going to find out just how important a meme is to growing your business by our inbound social media expert, Darrell Stern. Hello, Darrell.
Hey, great to see you guys again.
Very nice to have you along, Darrell. What's a meme, and why do we need to know about these things? Don't they just fill up our box of viewing streams?
Well, to compare it to something in the real world, it's kind of like billboards. As we're driving down the road, we see these billboards, and if you take a look at a billboard, how is it usually set up? I mean, it usually has a bright, clear image, a few big, bold words, some kind of call to action, and we're whizzing past it,
Right.
So if we take that online, it's kind of like the same thing. There's this digital highway, and there all these messages are shooting at us and past us and all that kind of stuff. So you get a little bit more attention when you add a little imagery to it.
Sure.
And if you do it in the same sort of format as a billboard, type of advertising, where it's a bright, clear image, there's a few words, a strong message, and a call to action, you can capture people's attention a lot more. And as they share it and retweet it and favorite it and all of that, your message, an actual image, a billboard, is traveling with them, all over the internet.
I love it. I remember once seeing somebody had some pictures, and they had a fun little quote, like an inspirational little quote, but it had their website was the bottom of it. So it wasn't like a buy now, sell now. It was just a fun quote and people were sharing it, and
right.
I was liking it, and I told Eric, I said, I think we should do something like that because it caught my attention. I love the way you described it. It's a billboard. It's the digital freeway. We're scrolling through.
Exactly.
Fast, fast, fast. How do we grab their attention for just an extra split second, right?
Are there some tips to creating an effective meme?
Sure, most definitely. Let's start with dimensions, okay? Because a lot of people ask, well, how big should these images be, and what should they be? So to make a square meme, that should be about 700 pixels wide and tall. If you're doing something, that's just a square image. If you're doing something landscape, it should be 700 by 550. That means wider than it is tall.
Horizontally.
Horizontally, right. And then if you're doing portrait, it should be about 450 images wide by 700 tall. And the message should be a little bit inward, from the edges and around it.
Right.
The reason why is because a lot of times, especially on Twitter, like they'll chop or crop or, condense, what can be seen, unless you click on it, then you see the bigger image.
Darrell, I've gone to making memes for some of our clients, and one of the things that I've learned is that Facebook, if you want to promote your meme, you must follow their rules of 20% or less text.
Yes.
You got to make sure that, and they've got a little tool that helps you figure out if that works or not. But you got to be careful with how much text you put on there.
Most definitely. When we do a social media campaign, for a landing page, we create several different versions of this meme or this image. On Facebook, we sometimes take off a lot of the language, or we just don't have any language at all, and it's just the image, and then underneath that we put what the message is and the link to it and all that. Whereas on Twitter, you can go a little bit more, you have a lot more freedom, and of course on Pinterest, you have a lot more freedom too to actually put the message in the text right in the image.
Now, Darrell, you're a smart guy. You probably create your own memes yourself. I found some different meme tools. Is that all right to use if I'm kind of a novice, or should I be doing this all on my own?
Oh yeah, there are a lot of free ones. There are even apps. There's an app that you can get on your iPad called Over. and it takes your it'll take a picture that you've taken, or they have lots of stock art imagery that you can use, and you literally type on it and you can put a message right over it and literally click a button and share it and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and then there's the classic memes. All started with like pictures of kitty cats and Samuel L. Jackson and Patrick Stewart, and all that with that impact font, with his little kitty cat, holding on for dear life, and it says just hang in there, those kind of things. So there's lots of free generators, but what I would say is, in terms of quoting other people and all of that, come up with your own language, work on your own message and be consistent with it. Have your logo or your tagline in the same spot, on all these memes throughout the whole thing. Pick if your message has to do with new beginnings, have sunshine, have different sunrises in the background every time you tweet, every time you make one of these messages, because there's more there than just the word. A picture says 1,000 words.
It's branding.
And with the word, it's branding. It's establishing your brand and the spirit behind your whole organization.
I love this, and I really have come to embrace it, because I find myself scrolling through Facebook and I stop.
You stop, right?
I stop for the memes. I stop to see, what does that say? What does that look like? What are we doing, and so on. And so
some of them are so clever, and then when I sit down to think, okay, what would I say? And I got crickets.
Well, here's what I think about this, Darrell. I've always said we're going to write a book, and I'm working on it, called Isms and Osophies, Eric Isms and Angelosophies, and they are the mantras by which we built Experience Pros.
There you go.
Memes.
Right. That would be how to that would be how to, and that would also be how to promote it too, is to make memes of all these different ones and send them a link that then buys the book and all that kind of stuff. Because again, going back to Sternstorming, it's what are the needs and desires of your target audience? What will make them respond? So instead of just putting like a quote or a famous thing from someone else or whatever, put some enticing question, that will lead them on, to go explore your page and have the have the link to it.
I think that's the piece, Darrell, that you always bring to the table, is it's the end consumer. We're always thinking about, what do I want to say, what do I want to say, but you bring us back to, what do people want to hear, what do people want to respond to, what is it that you want to engage people with in this conversation? And I think that's one of those that I hear it from you you are so consistent, but it's one of those, you just keep banging that drum, and one of these days it's going to click for me.
Yes, thank you very much.
Darrell, you used a phrase just a second ago. You said it's like Sternstorming. For those of listeners who are just tuning in for the very first time, what is a Sternstorm?
Well, Sternstorming is 2 to 3 hours of brainstorming with me to look at all the features of your business, which you know what you do, and you know how you do it. But then we actually do an exercise to see, well, what's the benefit at the end result of having done business with you, and is that based on a need that people have or a desire, or else what are the needs and desires of people that then works back to something that you do. People don't know you're the solution. They know you have a problem, and if you can focus on the customer's voice and the user, how are they searching? What questions they have? What are they needing?
Correction. They know they have a problem.
Well,
they don't know you're the solution, but they know they have a problem. They know they have something, a problem. An issue. Just a correction there.
Yes, there you go.
Because you're not the problem. You provide the solution. At least we hope that you do.
Exactly.
Got it.
Exactly.
Got it. All right. What else do we need to know about the art and craft of memes?
Well, here's some things that we're doing right now. We're starting a campaign for Experience Pros to get more people to use the directory and come into it based on the different categories in the directory. So Kaylee Hall from 68 Designs is now my art director and graphic artist.
Don't we have to do something for her?
We have to give her a big thank you and wish her a happy birthday. Yes,
happy
as well.
Birthday, absolutely.
Because she's super awesome.
Yeah, today is her birthday.
So what we're doing, the first up on the list is Terry Fox of Artisan Acupuncture and Herbal Remedies and all that. So we have the best. I don't know if you can see it from there, but anyway, it's the best. Sorry, find the best acupuncturist with the best customer service in Colorado, and then we've actually got the picture of acupuncture going on, and then that has the link to the directory, and then what we're doing is we're linking this to the acupuncture category.
You've created a horizontal meme with instead of something witty and funny, it's actually helpful to find what people are looking for.
Right, and not just one. We've done 60-something of these so far, and we're going to finish all the different categories.
Wow!
So that we'll all be able to help each other, drive more people to the directory and use it more. And I want the public to know, hey, look, like you were saying, you're looking for reviews. You want the best in customer service, find it on the Experience Pros directory.
You bet.
So one more quick one. This is Faith Young. And her meme, she's actually an artist, and an artist herself, as well as
he's showing the video camera.
I'm showing this up.
Go ahead and describe it for us.
Okay, there you go. It's June. You have 6 months left to make this year the best year of your life. And that's Faith Young's Ounce of Faith for today, which she made into her own meme.
I love that.
And she's got all sorts of fun little quotes and phrases and that are in her book. She does her daily ounce of faith. She's always thinking artistically. I mean, she even has her own font.
Yes, which is her handwriting.
It is, and she's got this artistic background. And so you watch what she does and the images that she creates and how she puts that together, and because you see it and you enjoy it, we forget to go back and visit on the business application of that and how valuable that is in capturing people's attention.
We're sending one out every single day. So it keeps that consistency of the message so that people start to feel it. More and more people join her movement, and they're expecting this now on a regular basis. If we skip one, we're in trouble.
I love it. Darrell, give some contact information if people want to get on board with having a Stern storming session or have you start helping them with their inbound marketing.
303-353-4354, sternstorming.com, sterndmb.com.
All right, give that number one more time.
303-353-4354.
Darrell's who helps us with our inbound marketing. You like all the fun stuff that you see? Well, that's got Darrell's fingerprints all over it. Hire Darrell. Get your Stern storming session, and you're going to love it. You're going to be transformed in the way you think about your business. The phone number one more time.
303-353-4354.
Darrell, thanks for joining us, man. We always love having you in the studio.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Folks, don't go anywhere. More positive business talk when we return. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
You've got a great business, lots of customers, and a catchy tagline. Things are going great, right? Has it ever occurred to you that if you are doing so well in your business, someone else might be trying to copy or steal your concept and make it their own? It happens every day. But don't let it happen to you. You need attorney Steve Replin on your side. Much more than just a lawyer, Steve is a business consultant who knows how to protect what's yours while helping you grow it to success. Call Steve today and CYA. That's Cover Your Assets. 303-322-7919. 303-322-7919.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Computers, we can't live a moment without them. My friend sent me an email recently saying she was having 99 problems and 97 of them were because of email and technology. I hate it when it doesn't work, but I'm stuck with how to get past the lockups, the slow retrieval, and lost data. This is what Binkley IT specializes in, all your computer quirks and hang-ups. They'll take care of you, and often they can do it remotely. Call our friends at Binkley IT and solve your IT puzzle one piece at a time. Call 720-254-1057, 720-254-1057. And if your computer is still working, look them up online at binkleyit.com.
Let's face it, you're stuck. Sure, your business is stable, but you've been floundering it even for too long. It's time to call Stephanie Scheller. Stephanie is a systems, business, and marketing coach who's helped over 300 companies improve their results by setting up systems and holding them accountable to trackable growth. Sometimes all you need is a fresh perspective and a little bit of accountability to break through to the next level of your success story. Call Stephanie today, 210-426-6956, and just talk to her. 210-426-6956. She can help. It's your business. Call today.
Did you get some great customer service today? Did someone make you feel a little happier for doing business with them?
Give them a fan brag. This is Eric, and you can call into Fan Braggin Friday and share your story with me and Angel on the air, or you can write a fan brag at experiencepros.com.
Once you start looking for great customer service, you'll find it's in more places than you thought. Share your great finds with us by calling 855-FANBRAG during our Friday show. Kindness is so simple, and we want to hear from you.
As a business owner, you know what it's like to wear a bunch of hats, and we know it too, which is why our very best advice to you is to outsource your accounting to By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Accounting. Philip Aronoff is well known to listeners and members of the Experience Pros Network. He was voted the best bookkeeper in the state of Colorado during the Fan Braggin contest, and he can absolutely help you build your business while making sure your accounting is all taken care of. Call Philip today and take that bookkeeping hat off for good. 720-837-0860. That's 720-837-0860.
Chris Cook, tonight at 6 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Hoping that this is the most inspirational hour or two of your business day, and delivering on that hope every single day. We've got an interesting thing here. I came across an article: time-tested productivity hacks for leaders.
Productivity hacks for leaders.
Right.
6 of them. All right.
So we're gonna get you to the shortcut, right? The quick and easy way to increase your productivity for those of you who call yourselves leaders. Ready?
I am.
First one is untether yourself from the 9-to-5 grind.
Untether yourself from the 9-to-5 grind. Does that mean you get to work those entrepreneurial half days?
There you go.
9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
That's right. The traditional.
Of course, we're more productive. We put in 3 times as many hours as the rest of
You know
y'all.
what? You can even put in the 8-hour work week, but do it where you're most efficient is really the point of this. The traditional 9-to-5 workday is no longer in vogue. If you're more alert and ready to go in the morning, then get to the office at 6. So you can jet by 2 and have the rest of the day ahead of you. If you're a night owl, pop in at noon and close up shop on your way out.
Oh, okay, so flex time a little bit. You know, your prime time. It doesn't have to be 9 to 5. Well,
Word to a wise, avoid burning the candle at both ends.
that makes sense. That makes sense. You can't start at 6 a.m. and go till midnight every single day.
Number 2, cut out arbitrary tasks. You know, those ones that they're the ones that make the C's on your to-do list.
All right,
You're never going to do them anyways.
You know, you're not. And so to keep putting them on your list and thinking you're going to get to them, those are the types of things that you can either dump or delegate, or, is it even necessary? But there are pieces that I think if you put into those daily grind that are more like a part of your routine,
right?
Kind of like brushing your teeth. You don't have to write that down, but it's part of your routine. You remember to do every day. Check your voicemail when you first get into the office. Different things that are part of your routine. You don't have to put them on your to-do list, but they just get done, and they only take a few moments, and so they seamlessly make you more productive.
And when talking about brushing your teeth, that's not arbitrary. Just saying. Please.
Well, you know what, though? It's one of those things that I was just trying to think of something you do every single day that you don't put on your list.
Right,
that you do every single day.
Right. Please.
Flossing. Do you floss after you brush? That's a good time to do that. You've already, got your mouth open.
It really is. Got your mouth open. Here's the third point. Don't lean on technology. Now, wait a minute. What? We just had this conversation. Technology
what do you
is
mean?
good. Just telling. Well, you know what? It can be a godsend to productivity, but have you ever noticed that it can also be a time suck?
Sure. The whole idea, though, behind the tasks or the technology is, we're syncing calendars and everything's automated and we've got processes for, and you only have to type in like a couple of letters and the whole thing fills out, right? And it does, and I think it absolutely does.
Sometimes I spend 6 hours working on something that I could just do quickly, but I have to make it work within this program. And
I know. I've gotten accustomed to using the phrase opportunity cost, Eric.
Yeah.
What is this costing us? You're working on this whole thing and you've developed all this time.
Is the phrase opportunity cost, Eric, or is it the phrase opportunity cost, and you were just telling me about that just now? That's what I thought. Dang. All right. Here's the next one. Self-reflect. No one knows your strengths and weaknesses better than you do, except for Angel.
I'm going to tell you what you're good at,
So
and what you need to work on.
choose the things that play to your strengths.
Absolutely, but you've got to then know what your strengths are. I had a conversation recently about a gentleman who can't keep a steady job, but brilliant, smart person, but always in kind of just the wrong position for his skill set. And how depressing is that? And he's 50. Doesn't know the right job for his skill set. Figure out where your perfect seat is on the bus, and here's how you know. You're energized to do it. It doesn't feel like work. You do it round the clock. You would do it at the sake of personal time, though we don't want you to, but you feel good, and it energizes you to be in that environment. If it sucks you dry and you are just drained at the end of the day, you are not in the right place. So some self-reflection is necessary. If you just feel like you're just not being productive, you're not getting the most out of most joy out of what you're doing. And that doesn't mean that we don't have challenges and that sometimes what we do is stressful or not, it's hard. But that's what pushes us, and we're okay with it because we're in the right place.
Absolutely. The fifth point is support your tribe. We're talking about leadership here now, and being a more productive leader really isn't limited to checking things off your own personal improvement. It also involves the ability to encourage others to cross things off their list.
Or to put new things, stretch themselves to try new things instead of the same old, same old. We talk about a lot with our friends over at Extreme Relationship Management and Infinite Nation about having your A-team. Your tribe isn't necessarily just the people that work with you, or work for you in your immediate company, but even outside of that, making sure you've got the people that are lifting you up and you're lifting them up. You are a team, and a team isn't just a group of people that work together. It's a group of people that trust each other and encourage each other and lift each other up and push when you need to be pushed, and don't let you fall, or if you do fall, be there to pick you up, and they won't let you fail.
Well said. I like that. There's a couple of memes in what the last two sentences that you just did.
And now I just need a picture to go with them.
Right?
We've got all the phrases. Now we just need fun pictures.
I think we can take a couple. Finally, surround yourself with people who are smarter than yourself.
You know what? Absolutely. And always be stretching, right? And where do you want to be? And if you've got goals set, are you hanging out with people that have actually achieved those goals? Or are you the smartest person in the room? Because if you are already the smartest person in the room, you're not stretching yourself, right? So put yourself in rooms where there are people that have achieved what you want to achieve, and surround yourself and hang out with them and mimic the kinds of activities and qualities that they have.
Well, and when you do that, when you surround yourself with people who are, in this case, smarter than you, or they're more skilled in a certain area of business than you are, then all the weight is no longer on your shoulders. Sure, you're the leader, but an effective leader knows the value of surrounding himself with great followers, right? The people who have different skill sets. You look at a military environment. You've got one leader, and they went to the academy, and they spent 4 years at the academy, and so they come out a second lieutenant, and they go do what they're going to do. But the people in the trenches have specialties too. That guy knows how to drive a tank. That guy knows how to fly the jet. That guy knows how to storm the wall, right? Those kinds of things, you can't be everything.
Right, and as you are growing your company, eventually you want to create an environment where you are less needed on a daily basis for those daily, day-to-day tasks. And you want to make sure that your staff and the people that are around you are accomplishing more than you can. Right? So often we're wearing all the hats and we think it's all on my shoulders. I can't even take a break. I can't take a vacation. Therefore, I can't ever sell this business. I can't leave a legacy. And so you want to make sure that you've got the people on board. So, and just start removing yourself from the every day-to-day grind.
You're an entrepreneur. You're a leader.
You absolutely are. Right. We want to get yourself back on track with your mid-year vision screening with the Epic Summer Summit coming up on Thursday, July 30th. When we're not checking your eyesight, we're going to check on your big, hairy, audacious goals and your vision that you set yourself up with at the beginning of the year. We want to make sure it's the perfect place for you to get back on track with with Carrie Conley of Infinite Nation. She'll be presenting a 2-hour workshop followed by a Connecting Experts vendor event. You can sign up to attend as a guest or as a vendor at theconnectingexperts.com.
Fantastic. All right, got to take a quick top of the hour station ID and listen to the news. When we come back, a full another hour of the Experience Pros radio show. This is the most positive business talk show in America, serving you, small business, because we are small business.
This has been the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Dana Lash, 8 p.m. weeknights on KLZ 560.
Square Trade does not cover lost or stolen items. Savings based on 2-year iPhone plan with one claim compared to Assurant total equipment coverage as of April 10th, 2015.
Getting a new Galaxy, iPhone, or other smartphone? Get this. Every 2 seconds, one of us accidentally breaks our phone. So protecting your new smartphone is a smart idea. But if you have insurance from one of those big cell phone companies, you're paying way too much. I'm Steve Abernethy, and I founded Square Trade to give you a better choice. Phone insurance from Verizon, Sprint, or other wireless carriers can cost you as much as $11 every month, plus up to a $199 deductible when you break your phone. Square Trade phone protection is less than $5 a month with a much lower deductible. We can save you over $240. And switching to Square Trade is easy. Even if you're locked into a 2-year phone contract with Verizon, Sprint, or other wireless carrier, you can cancel their phone insurance anytime. We'll even show you how.
Switch to Square Trade now and save over $240. Visit squaretrade.com. That's squaretrade.com.
Square Trade! KLZ AM 560, KLZ HD Denver. Listen live at KLZ560radio.com. KLZ 560.
This is the Blaze Radio News. I'm Chris Barnes. South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham becomes the 9th candidate in the Republican field for the White House, announcing his candidacy in the small South Carolina town called Central, where he grew up.
I'm pretty sure no one here, including me, ever expected to hear me say, I'm Lindsey Graham, and I'm running for President of the United States.
Lindsey Graham saying America is less safe under the policies of President Obama, telling supporters he wants to defeat the enemies that are trying to kill us. He's advocating for 10,000 more U.S. troops in Iraq to stabilize a world that he's characterized as falling apart. The Senate working today on amendments to a new version of the USA Patriot Act after key provisions of the law, including the NSA's bulk collection of Americans' phone records, expired at midnight. The lapse expected to last just a few days as lawmakers squabble about it. A close friend of the Biden family saying the loss of 46-year-old Beau Biden to brain cancer is excruciating to that family. Ron Klain is a former chief of staff to Vice President Joe Biden.
The Bidens are loved around the country by political allies and foes, and I know there's an incredible outpouring of love and affection for them right now.
Klain speaking on NBC's Today Show. Indicted on breaking banking regulations and reportedly alleged to have paid hush money to a student he sexually assaults years ago, a former Republican Speaker of the House already suffering some losses from it, including at a school that once paid tribute to him. Here's the Blaze Radio's Robin Walensky.
Dennis Hath dropping his name from a building, Wheaton, a Christian college, taking the former speaker's name off the Center for Economics, Government, and Public Policy after Hastert indicted on federal charges. Former Virginia Congressman Republican Tom Davis, a guest on NBC's Meet the Press, says he's shocked by the news.
This is news on the Blaze Radio Network. Truth lives here.
The Blaze Radio News on KLZ 560 Denver. Dana Lash after Grassroots Radio Colorado on KLZ 560.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Save My Business, and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us. We're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business. You know, this last hour we were talking quite a bit about memes and imagery that goes viral. There's a new one out of one of the places I used to visit regularly, Shelby Township, Michigan. Michigan Police Department shared a picture of a smirking pig. Yes, you heard me, a bovine, in a police cruiser, and the reason for the probable reason for the porker's mirth is the mess that it left behind.
Excuse me?
Yeah, the police caught a pig. I don't know what the pig was doing. I don't know why the pig was picked up, but the cop thought it would be an all right thing to put the pig in the back of the cruiser.
And it left a mess?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that was in the pig came out of the pig.
Oh, I don't want to know. Okay.
Oh, yeah, all over the place.
Since we don't know why he had the pig, you don't actually know anything about the story, you just know that the pig left a mess in a cruiser's car. We're not gonna talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to talk about the real reason you have such a terrible memory.
What?
What? You don't remember that?
Who are you?
Do you not remember when we talked about this?
Why are we here?
I don't know.
Okay.
They say that technology is distorting the way our brains process memories.
Technology is distorting the way I process memories?
Yeah, and we need to tune into more music to recharge.
More music.
Mm-hmm.
You had me at hello.
All right. I got a new fun little speaker this weekend.
It was Bluetooth.
Bluetooth speaker for to get your, because when we were in Mexico we needed a better speaker to dance to around the pool. So I got one.
Dennis's speaker was.
Actually, it worked out, but we all said we wanted something else. So I got another one. But here's the thing: is most people don't feel like they are poor listeners or have bad memories.
Excuse me, did you say something?
But the growing number of distractions created by technology in and out of the workplace, we are tuning out people and we are misinterpreting the truth.
Misinterpreting the truth?
Yeah, because we're so distracted by our phones.
I believe I just have, you just gave me a soundbite of Angel Tussie's voice saying, "We are misinterpreting the truth." Ha ha! Got it!
The connection between listening and memory performance actually helps you. I'm going to have to read this more.
It's complicated, isn't it?
It is complicated, yeah. Digesting the following to keep your wits about you for longer. Anyways,
digest anything, just listen to more music.
The point is, yes, that we are, first of all, could you dial what's your son's phone number? Do you know his phone number?
No.
No, we don't know anybody's phone numbers anymore. We don't remember anything because we're all counting on the cloud and all the backups and all the technology for it to be there. We don't actually go to webinars anymore. We just wait for the replay to show up, and hopefully we'll get the cliff notes to it. And so maybe I think later on in the show we're going to learn how to actually improve our memory and avoid the distractions of technology.
All right, and in the meantime, go download Bruno Mars' Uptown Funk, and that'll do all right.
Well, I don't know. I haven't told you why listening to music. Maybe there's certain songs you should be listening to.
Music calms the savage beast. We all know that.
You are savage.
Yes, I am. All right, folks, when we come back, great news. Michael Gerber, the E-Myth Unlimited, or Revisited, and all the E-Myth series. Michael Gerber is joining us on the Experience Pros radio show. This is a don't-miss opportunity for you. Is the American dream alive and well?
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Finding care for an aging parent or loved one can be a simple and hassle-free process with Home Care Assistance Denver by your side. They are locally owned and provide hourly as well as 24/7 live-in services by caregivers that are custom-matched based on client needs. They personalize every care plan to fit your loved one's very specific needs. Call them today to schedule your free in-home assessment. 720-443-3371. 720-443-3371. More information can be found at homecareassistancedenver.com. They love serving your loved ones. Call now, 720-443-3371.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
It was once said the pen was mightier than the sword. We are living in a time now that is demanding the Republic to speak up. Our elected officials need to hear from you. Commit now to send at least one of your representatives the pen. The pen is a bi-monthly publication with news, opinions, and insights for only $24.95. Order yours and order theirs from CSC Talk Radio, P.O. Box 73, California, Missouri 65018, or online at csctalkradio.com. Get your hands on the pen and share constitutional truth with your elected officials.
Congratulations to all the participants in the fan bragging contest. Over 2,000 positive reviews came in. We were anticipating great excitement and increased visibility for each business, but we didn't anticipate the emotion that came with it. There's no way to quantify the encouragement that your fan brags gave. Being an entrepreneur takes everything you've got, and to get the feedback from your own customers has proven to be priceless. Everyone here on the Experience Pros team salutes you today. Be proud. Be visible. Check out the members of the Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com. And thank you for supporting the companies that support us.
Hi, this is Eric, and I want to talk to you about my friends over at McDonald Volvo. This family-owned business has been delivering extreme customer service for almost 50 years right here in our neighborhood. With upfront worry-free pricing and super personalized service, your best car buying experience is at McDonald Volvo. General Manager Will Roughton is a great friend, and he wants to meet you personally. Call him at 303-738-4803. That's 303-738-4803, and tell him the pros sent you.
It's not every day you get to party at a brand new auto body shop. Bumper Dock Denver is throwing a grand opening party on June 10th, and your name is on the guest list. Prizes, refreshments, red ribbon, and a huge pair of scissors are in play. And you want to be there. A grand opening is huge in the life of a new business. Please join the Experience Pros on Wednesday, June 10th from 4 to 6 p.m. Bumper Dock Denver is located on Parker Road, just south of Mississippi. Details are on the calendar at experiencepros.com. Body shop business just went booyah!
Advertising is really effective, especially for small business. Turn your company into a household name by advertising on the Experience Pros radio show. We'll help you build a trusted reputation with the professionals who listen to the program. You'll connect with the right audience and at the right price. Advertise with the Experience Pros radio show. Sign up at experiencepros.com and put your brand on the tip of your customer's tongue. Sign up today and start advertising with the Experience Pros at experiencepros.com.
Dana Lash, tonight at 8 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us today. This is the most positive business talk show in America. You can be anything. You can do whatever you want to do. That, my friends, is the American dream.
Well, I think a big foundation of how, this great country started was that American dream of owning your own business, being accountable, and doing your own thing and making those decisions. Well, we brought in our guest, Michael Gerber, entrepreneur, thought leader, speaker, and best-selling author, The E-Myth, Why Most Businesses Don't Work and What to Do About It. He sold more than 3 million copies of that book. He's also the founder of The Dreaming Room, where entrepreneurs and others are provided the tools to see, experience, and develop their own dream, vision, purpose, and meaning. And we're going to talk about The Dreaming Room and the American Dream today with Michael Gerber. Welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Thanks, Angel. How are you?
Fantastic, Michael. Great to have you back on this show. It's been a while.
It has.
Well, it's very nice to have you, Michael. Let's start with this. The Dreaming Room. This, the last time we chatted with you, this was just a dream really in your mind, and yet you've done it, you've launched it, and what's going on with it? Give us an update.
Well, it's really quite extraordinary. We think of it as entrepreneur school, and if you really on in our country, business startups hit a 30-year low.
Really?
A 30-year low. Gallup has published some reports on the astonishing thing that's going on in our country. In fact, while they say business failures aren't remarkably grown, the lack of new businesses is. And the question becomes, so what's missing in this picture? Why is it that we're seeing this stunning decline in new businesses being started? And the answer is the people are not seeing the opportunity the way they did before. So we created what we call Entrepreneur School, and the heart of Entrepreneur School is an entrepreneurial incubator. And we call that a dreaming room. And the dreaming room is really there to help people to discover what I call the creator within, the Imagineer, as Walt Disney called it.
Sure.
The ability to begin to see the world through different eyes. And when that begins to happen, something remarkable begins to happen. And we've seen that now. We have dreaming rooms going on throughout the world, in the UK, in Canada, in Australia, New Zealand, Japan, here in the United States, and we intend to spread it worldwide.
All right.
So imagine thousands of dreaming rooms going on all the time to stimulate or to inspire people to see the world through different eyes.
All right, so Michael, people are now going through and they're experiencing in this, and sometimes probably for the first time getting to the heart of themselves. What do they have deep inside that they want to do, and what's their purpose? What are some examples of successes that you've seen come out of the dreaming room?
Well, there are just countless examples. There's a company in Arizona called Infusionsoft. They are growing and growing and growing and growing. And when the founders and executives came to the dreaming room, they really came with a doubt in their mind, meaning they were very, very, very familiar and excited about the E-Myth and the E-Myth point of view. The system is the solution. But somehow they were stuck. So they came to the dreaming room to discover why they were stuck and what was missing in this picture for them. And what happened in the dreaming room was this sudden shift from believing that they were in the software business to understand that, in fact, they were in the business of helping small business owners grow.
Come on.
So when you change the idea of we're in the software business selling software to understand that we're in the inspiration business, inspiring small business owners to grow, and to suddenly see the shift of your business go from when they came to the dreaming room, they had about 20 employees at Infusionsoft. Today, they have nearing 800 employees at Infusionsoft. They have grown stunningly and miraculously and invited all kinds of capital to fund them, all because of a shift in the way they thought.
Yeah, Michael, and of course, Angel and I have talked to you, with you, read your books, advocate. We even have one of your certified coaches here in our Extreme Customer Service Directory. We believe in the process. One of my favorite quotes of all time is Howard Schultz. We're not in the coffee business serving people. We're in the people business serving coffee. That shift makes such a difference, and I believe, and of course Infusionsoft is well known to all of our listeners as well as a small business positive talk show here. What can we do today? Where can I send my listeners, if you will, to go and find more information about these dreaming rooms and get involved so that they will be the next example?
Well, the very, very best thing you could do would be to say to every one of your listeners, I want to give them a free gift. And the free gift is what I call the Dreaming Room Monologues. And those are published every week, and they're free.
Oh.
And all they need to do is to go to my website, michaelegerber.com, And when they go to michaelegerber.com, go to the bottom of the homepage, and they can subscribe free, no obligations whatsoever. And every week I'm going to send them what I call the Dreaming Room Monologues. And in the Dreaming Room Monologues, I'm going to inspire them to begin to dream and to imagine in a way that they never thought before. I like to say that people ask me all the time, what was so extraordinary about Steve Jobs? What did he know that everybody else didn't know that enabled him to create the wealthiest company in the world? Now think about that. The guy was a dropout from college, dropped out in his first year, went to India on a spiritual search and was disappointed in that, came back and got a job as a technology guy, which he was inadequately suited for, and went back home to his garage, his father's garage, to start a business called Apple. But he didn't have the technology, he didn't have the knowledge, he didn't have the experience, he didn't know anything about business. What did Steve Jobs have? Well, Steve Jobs didn't know more, he just cared more than anybody else. And had it not been for that imagination, that caring, that passion that he possessed, it never would have happened. So that's what happens with the Dreaming Room Monologues. And once you begin to do that, anybody listening in, you can subscribe for free. You'll suddenly see that, in fact, there's so much more to what you can think about, what you can begin to plan to do, what you can begin to make happen. And it doesn't matter what your experience is, it doesn't matter what your knowledge is, it doesn't matter what your capital is or isn't. It's waiting there, right now for you, anybody.
It's perfect. Gerber.com. Sign up. We're signing up as Michael's speaking, so you've absolutely got to go and get to be a part of that. Michael, it's so great to chat with you again today. Thank you so much for joining us.
My delight. Thanks.
All right. Folks, don't go anywhere. When we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
The business professionals at Extreme Relationship Management know that networking is one of the best ways to create word-of-mouth marketing for your business. They also know that many of you feel like it's a complete waste of time. The difference is knowing how to network and what to do with all those business cards that you collect. Tune in every Thursday to learn about the ERM networking laws, and be sure to sign up for the next ERM class. Extreme Relationship Management offers training and events to help you realize how rewarding networking can be. Train it the ERM way. Find them online at extremerelationshipmanagement.com and call 855-I-LIKE-ERM to find out more about their next class.
Let's face it, most phone systems are old and outdated or so complicated that it takes a PhD just to change your voicemail. Introducing Edgetronics, your answer to all your business telephone needs. Edgetronics is authorized and certified by Avaya, and they'll not only replace your old phones with new solutions, they'll even train your staff on how to get the most out of them. Proudly serving up and down the Front Range for over 10 years, Edgetronics wants to be your next phone system provider. Call them today at 303-766-1699. That's 303-766-1699. Or online at Edgetronics, that's with an X.com.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the Orange Effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Gentlemen, it's time to step it up a notch. I'm talking about your clothing. Sure, we're all super casual here in Colorado, but there's something to be said for dressing to match your market. You need personal stylist Michelle Martinez. Michelle will come to where you are, custom measure you for an unmatched fit, and help you find your next outfit, all without breaking the bank. Luxury starts with premium materials, and Michelle's got the best Italian fabrics. And talk about value, your clothes delivered straight to you, saving you tons. Call Michelle today, 720-261-4914. That's 720-261-4914.
Landlords, listen up. If you have investment property, you need Legacy Properties PM. Devin Bewley will absolutely get you the highest rent possible, handle every imaginable emergency, and make sure that your property is well cared for. He visits every property regularly and knows that he's working for you. Legacy Properties PM, where their promise to you is simple. If your property isn't earning you money, you owe them nothing. There's nothing to lose. 720-989-1996. Mention Experience Pros and they'll waive the first month's management fee.
When there's digging to be done, click or call 811 before you dig. They're the ones that know about the dangerous lines that lie below. Dig safely and know what's below. Click or call 811 before you dig.
The Dana Show with Dana Lash, tonight at 8 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine.
Welcome back to the what's the name of this?
The Experience Pros Radio Show.
Back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Where we're here to
remind you.
Yes.
Your business is our business.
That's the one.
Our small business is big business. Your business. Did you forget something?
I can't remember.
Every now and then, Eric will be having a conversation about something, and he doesn't remember anything.
I just completely glazed over with
about. I'm like, we had this. This is what happened. Like, I can give you all the details, and he's got nothing. Yeah. Well, apparently he's not the only one. Studies are finding that technology is having a negative impact on our memories because we know that the technology is always going to have our backs. Whether it's a search engine query, we don't have to remember anything. We know where to find it. Anything that we've uploaded to social media, we don't commit nearly as much as we used to memory, and in turn, our listening skills and our ability to work more productively are being affected.
You gave the example, I think, I seem to remember, you talking about asking me what my son's phone number is.
Well, we don't remember phone numbers anymore. I mean, there's one piece of it, that's just one
dial 7
little piece. I don't know my kids' phone numbers. If our phones died or we didn't have the technology with us, I know we freak out, right, when we have to make sure we back up. It's one of the reasons C-Square Computer Consulting reminds us on the 2nd of every month, which is tomorrow, to back up your data. I actually just upgraded my phone. And I had done the smart thing in advance and backed up my phone, right, synced it and backed it all up before I took it to turn it in. Well, I made some kind of user error mistake when I brought the new phone home and backed that phone up. I inputted all the old information.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, I didn't have my backup like I thought I did.
Homer would say something like,
Yeah, so here's some things that we can do to just make sure that we're keeping our memory intact, that we're still using our faculties.
Are you going to say the words ginkgo biloba?
I'm not.
Okay,
I'm not.
I was just asking.
But there is an herb or vitamin or a mineral for that.
I've seen that ginkgo biloba on the commercials for Geico. I'm not so impressed.
All right, well, here's some things to set yourself up for success. And here's another piece. We're so distracted. We're not paying any attention to people. Some of us are deliberately ignoring others. But if you are multitasking in meetings, in conversations that you're having with people, of course you're not going to remember the details because you weren't listening or paying attention in the first place.
Stop
Eric.
multitasking. Say, what? Now, was that a comma, Eric, or was that...
All right, so here's the thing. If you are research wanted to understand if our newfound love for Instagramming, Facebooking, and tweeting pictures of every experience we have influences how we remember life, and the report discovered that people do not remember the moments. They take the pictures as they're happening.
I absolutely agree with that, and I'll give you a case study. Even before we got to the Instagrams and all of that, when I was a professional magician and people would come up and they would tell me their name, I met so many people. I'm the one guy on stage, and there's hundreds, maybe thousands in the audience, and they all want to talk to me, and they tell me their name. And as a mental safety device, I would hear you say, "Hi, my name is Joe," and then I would immediately forget it because I have no room for the next guy's name or whatever, and I'm saving room for
your
the
brain
tall
turns
blonde.
off. Your brain turns off. Well, it does the same thing to some extent when we take pictures because we're relying on that technology to remind us of the event down the line. So here's the lesson. It pays to disconnect from technology during important meetings or memorable events and focus on the task at hand. If we try to do too much at once, our brains don't understand which information to prioritize, and so it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
You just check out, literally.
All right, and here's the other thing about music. We were talking about music and listening to music.
It's supposed to help us, right?
It is. We have a long love affair with music, and we've often turned to it in times of sorrow and times of joy. So listening to music actually while at work actually helps your memory synapses
do you know why?
fire.
Do you know why?
I do know why. Do you know why?
It nails down and pinpoints the glucocorticoid receptor.
The what receptor?
Glucocorticoid receptor. You know that one.
It's the one that regulates stress, depression, and addictive behaviors.
Addictive behaviors, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so here's the idea. And I used to do this. I used to turn music on, classical music, when my kids were studying and doing homework. It was supposed to help just put your brain into some rhythmics. And it gets it in that just a little bit of a rhythmic pattern. It's easier to remember and compartmentalize things. So it changes the way your brain behaves. So finding ways to incorporate music into your work as a means of keeping your brain and memory active may be exactly what you need to stay alert during long meetings and later in the day. And then finally, this one says you should take work home with you.
Take work. What?
Yeah. You have an obligation, they say, to take a little bit of work home with you, because if you finish it all just during normal business hours, you don't remember enough the next day.
Yeah.
You owe it to yourself to also get the right amount of sleep, because if you're unable to remember what you hear at work, you won't be able to act on any direction in the future. And learning to listen sometimes requires that you tune everything out with some shut-eye.
You know what? While I'm going to the shut-eye, I think I'm going to play some Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Are you now?
Proud Mary, put a spell on you. Bad Moon Rise. Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder if our friend Jim is back from the concert.
Oh, he might be. Stay tuned, folks. When we come back, Jim Smith is going to talk about Creedence Clearwater Revival or what's going on in the world of finance. Your choice, coming next.
The Experienced Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
When you work from home, you run the risk of setting up a makeshift workspace in the corner or somewhere off to the side of your bedroom. It's not really a home office. It just happens to be your office at home. Let Helene's Designs help you create a productive workspace that transforms you from hobbyist into an innovative CEO ready to be featured in a magazine spread. Take charge of your home office and call Helene's Designs. You're the CEO. Make sure your home office looks like it. 720-233-7302. 720-233-7302.
Let's face it, you're stuck.
Sure, your business is stable, but you've been floundering it even for too long. It's time to call Stephanie Scheller. Stephanie is a systems, business, and marketing coach who's helped over 300 companies improve their results by setting up systems and holding them accountable to trackable growth. Sometimes all you need is a fresh perspective and a little bit of accountability to break through to the next level of your success story. Call Stephanie today, 210-426-6956, and just talk 426-6956. She can help. It's your business. Call today.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Every day, hundreds, if not thousands of people are searching online for what your business has to offer. SharpNet Solutions can help you get found, just like they did for Vera at Lovebug Matchmaking.
SharpNet has really helped our business expand to 60 miles around our business. Being able to be seen online and being able to be seen through searches has made an enormous difference.
SharpNetSolutions.com or 303-900-4988.
Wake up with Randy Corcoran, 5 to 8 tomorrow morning on KLZ 560.
It's time for What's Going On with Jim Smith. The following discussion will cover general financial topics. It is not meant to provide individual advice, nor is it meant to provide specific recommendations with regard to products or strategies. General tax information may be discussed, but it is not meant to be tax or legal advice. The listeners should consult their own financial, tax, and legal advisors regarding their particular situation. James Smith is a licensed financial professional who is appointed by multiple companies to sell insurance and financial products. However, the views expressed during this discussion are solely his own or the views of the hosts of the Experience Pros radio show. Not all products and or features, if discussed, including benefits and riders, may be available in all states. James Smith offers securities as a registered representative of Pruco Securities, LLC, Pruco member SIPC. And now it's time for What's Going On with Jim Smith on the Experience Pros radio show.
Jim is in the studio with us, and I'm excited to have you. Welcome you back, Jim. Thanks for being here.
Well, thanks. It's good to be here. Sorry about the raspy voice, but last night we stepped out with a little fun with my beautiful wife, went to the Hudson Gardens and listened to a little Creedence Clearwater.
Little Proud Mary.
Little Proud Mary, a little Born in the Bayou. I actually got a little too aggressive singing. We'll just say that.
You got aggressive singing?
I got a little aggressive singing. We'll just put it that way.
I pay money for anybody who is at the Creedence Clearwater Revival concert to take photos and send them to me.
All right. Well, you know what, though? I think a few more outdoor concerts in the park and singing all summer long, I think that's kind of on people's bucket list of things they'd like to do.
Yeah.
It is fun, and the upside, it's a beautiful time in Colorado. We get to go out and do that kind of thing.
You bet.
Unfortunately, we have to talk about the future as well, but we do have to enjoy today.
Absolutely.
No doubt about it.
Speaking of the future, what are we talking about today?
Well, we're going to talk about some not-so-fun things.
Oh, come on,
a little
this
bit,
is a happy
unfortunately.
show.
But hopefully, if we prepare for them, we can have a lot of fun we're going to talk about some of the risks. Risk in retirement, and there are several. We're going to take a few weeks to do this, but we're going to talk about risk.
Okay.
One of the beautiful things about representing the Prudential Insurance Company of America, which is in Newark, New Jersey, by the way, and all of its affiliates, is we do a lot of specialization on retirement planning. It is a specialized thing that we do on a regular basis. Not only do we help people plan, but we help them with preparing for the risk in retirement, and there are many.
And we don't usually talk about that, that we think the only risk in retirement is we didn't plan far enough ahead, we didn't have enough money saved.
Yeah, like we talked about in a previous in previous segment, we talked about when should I retire, when should I take Social Security. We can talk about that in the future, but there are some real risk involved in making those retirement decisions.
Give us an example.
One of the top ones. Have you shaken hands with the guy at Walmart who's the greeter?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
What's the average age of that person, do you think?
132.
Exactly. They're a little bit older, right?
Yeah.
Do you know why they're there primarily? Health insurance.
Health insurance.
They are not there because they are excited about the $10 an hour work they're doing. It's because they're on benefits.
Yeah.
Health cost has gone crazy. Do you realize that there are health care costs before you get to Medicare, and then even after your Medicare,
Sure.
there are health care costs that come into play. Of course, at age 65 for Medicare, but if you retire too early and you're not on a group plan, it's very pricey.
Well, that's why Alex Trebek still has a job. He's telling people that you, even be after Medicare, you still need supplement.
You still need supplement. I have an article that shows that the average out-of-pocket health care cost for people in retirement during the stretch of retirement is now at $240,000.
Wow.
$240,000.
Okay, I don't think we are planning for that at all.
We're not.
No.
We're absolutely not. We figure it'll just work itself out when we get there.
Right.
But there are many people, maybe even some listeners, who are at or near retirement who are going, you are exactly right, Jim. I get it. That's a big deal because I'm paying for it now.
Right.
$1,600, $1,800, $2,000 a month for health care insurance prior to retirement. So that has to go into your calculation about retirement.
Right, because we're thinking, okay, our expenses have gone down, maybe our house is paid off by then, we're not paying for college anymore.
Turn 65 and you go get on the houseboat.
Now you're paying for health care insurance. If this is impacting you, contact Jim and his team, 720-356-6474, 720-356-6474. All right, Jen, that's a scary risk.
It is a scary risk, and in that same connotation, that same group of issues with healthcare, it's the risks of unplanned chronic illness. Now, if we have health insurance, it's going to pay for the basics. It's going to pay for our hospital,
right?
Our doctors. It's going to pay for, hopefully, we'll get coverage to cover for medications. But what about if we have what's called a custodial need, not a critical need, where we need help with activities of daily living, eating, dressing, movement, the things that we normally do? That's chronic. It's never going to get better.
Oh, this is what they call hospice care type things?
Hospice is for the end.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, okay. All right.
But we're talking about chronic care.
Okay.
Where it never really gets better.
Yes.
So I don't need to be in the hospital anymore. They've sent me home, but I need help.
At home.
Yeah.
That's going to be expensive.
Home health care. I've got assisted living. I've got those other cares. That could be as expensive right now in today's cost, $60,000 to $90,000 a year on the average.
Whoa.
Out of pocket if I have a chronic illness need. Something that we don't like to talk about, especially men. Men, we don't like to talk about it because we figure it's never going to happen to us.
Right.
But, Angel, you ladies are a lot better at wanting to talk about it at least.
Well, and I'm thinking you have to now even outfit your house. We need ramps. We need some safety features built in, things that we didn't necessarily need before. We have to have a professional come in.
We do.
And change even, how our house is set up.
Not only that, but we have to have somebody check on us all the time, help us with certain things. Recently, it's a couple years ago, I actually went through a complete knee replacement. And I never thought about this. I've sold this. I've been involved helping people with planning. But I never really thought about being incapacitated at home.
Sure.
When you get a knee replacement, you're incapacitated for a while. And you've got to have somebody help you just get up and go to
and do the dailies.
Take care of your dailies, right? And it's difficult.
Sure.
Even when you're on the dailies, you got to have somebody help you get off of the dailies. It's just like, what?
All right, folks. So
That's getting old stuff is just for the birds.
Well, but you know what? I've read the statistics, and 1 out of every 1 does. So we got to take care of that. Okay, what's the next risk?
The third one is really where we're going to talk about just briefly is that idea of I'm going to retire early. I'm just tired of working.
Sure.
I get it. Whenever we get to a certain place in our life, we're all just tired of the daily grind of working. But there's some real, interesting risk if we do retire early. There's a new dimension in retirement called the 30-year retirement. Back, I don't even know, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, If you retired at 65 and you made it to 85, that's average, right?
20 years, okay.
20 years. Then it pushed out into 25 years because people are retiring early. Now it is a 30-year mark. 30 years.
That's a long time to be retired.
It is. Think of where you were 30 years ago, if
Right,
you can, and
right.
what were you doing?
My memory's still all right.
Yeah, you were in braces. I can
Yeah,
tell you that
exactly.
much.
But if you don't have some plans for that, and part of your retirement income, did it just bring a light to you?
Yeah, you did.
Right.
You really did.
That's a cool thing to think about.
Right.
I know where I was 30 years ago, and I was singing Creedence Clearwater Revival in a little different
When the
genre.
songs were new.
And when they were brand new,
Right.
and I was driving a different car. But the other thing is making sure that in that 30-year mark, I've got to put something in place that as part of my income has to be in some guaranteed income.
Right.
I've got to be thinking some of my income in guaranteed. And then I've got to be worried that I'm going to run out of money too soon.
Well, and especially if we've got an unplanned chronic illness and the rising cost of health care. You just spent all my money, Jim.
Look, I'm not trying to stir it up. I'm just trying to bring us to reality and say, we got to talk about this.
Let me stir it up just a little bit because we've probably covered one or several things today that our listeners are ill-prepared to handle, and you can take care of that today. And you know, I'm calling on you to take a call of action right now. Pick up your phone. The call is free. The conversation is going to be free. Call 720-356-6474. Again, 720-356-6474. If you are at all concerned about the rising cost of health care and what's going to happen, and by the way, I've not seen it go down recently.
No, and there's no end in sight.
If there's a possibility of chronic illness, that kind of thing where, you know, even your dailies need assistance and it ain't going to get any better anytime soon, you're not planned for a $60,000 to $90,000 hit every single year for now till the foreseeable future, call Jim, 720-356-6474, 720-356-6474.
Next week we're going to talk about some more of those risks, and one of them is living too long. It sounds kind of odd, but sometimes we're going to live too long.
Well, with the technology and the medical advances,
Absolutely.
we can, and it's not necessarily the quality of life we were looking for living, but we are living longer, and that is very expensive. We're so grateful to Jim and his whole team over at Prudential. They come in every single week to offer you just things you're not necessarily thinking about, but you need to be, and especially as entrepreneurs, planning ahead, leaving that legacy for your family. This is not something you want to put off. It's also not something you just want to find on the internet. You want to talk to somebody and have a conversation with somebody you can trust. We've got Jim Smith, his entire team, supporting the Experience Pros Radio Show. We're showing 720-356-6474. Again, 720-356-6474. Or you can use his email address, james.smith@prudential.com. Again, james.smith@prudential.com. Every Monday here on the Experience Pros Radio Show at 11:30. They can even email you or call you if they've got any questions they want you to address.
And one more CCR reference on the way out. I heard it through the grapevine that there have been a lot of people that got help when they did call us.
And when they do, there's a good moon rising. Folks, thanks for tuning into the segment here with Jim Smith. We love them and Prudential. You need to call, once again, 720-356-6474. Stop putting it off. It's a conversation whose time has come.
Thanks, guys.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Women-owned businesses are on the rise, but where do you go when the bank says no? Ladies, you know it's tough to secure the capital necessary to launch or develop a new business. You need to know attorney Steve Replin of the Replin Law Group. Steve specializes in helping women secure hard money lending when no one else will step up. You have an ally in Steve Replin. He has the knowledge and resources to get you the money you need to grow your business. Call Steve today. It's Money in the Bank, your bank. 303-322-7919 or replinlawgroup.com.
Computers, we can't live a moment without them. My friend sent me an email recently saying she was having 99 problems and 97 of them were because of email and technology. I hate it when it doesn't work, but I'm stuck with how to get past the lockups, the slow retrieval, and lost data. This is what Binkley IT specializes in, all your computer quirks and hang-ups. They'll take care of you, and often they can do it remotely. Call our friends at Binkley IT and solve your IT puzzle one piece at a time. Call 720-254-1057, 720-254-1057. And if your computer is still working, look them up online at binkleyit.com.
The Extreme Customer Service Directory is the go-to place for finding the companies who have the best customer testimonials. Plus, to make it even easier, we narrow down the field to only 3 companies in your area. If you need a printer in the metro area, we have it. If you need ink and toner, we have it. The Extreme Customer Service Directory is one of the most visited directories in the state, and it's all yours to view for free at experiencepros.com. Experiencepros.com for the best in customer service. When you're looking for the best, think Experience Pros. You can feel good about doing business with the pros.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706 or visit RivieraFinance.com.
As a business owner, you know what it's like to wear a bunch of hats, and we know it too, which is why our very best advice to you is to outsource your accounting to By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Accounting. Philip Aronoff is well known to listeners and members of the Experience Pros Network. He was voted the best bookkeeper in the state of Colorado during the fan Braggin contest, and he can absolutely help you build your business while making sure your accounting is all taken care of. Call Philip today and take that bookkeeping hat off for good. 720-837-0860. That's 720-837-0860.
I remember the moment. I'll never forget that moment. As long as I live. As long as I live. Several of us were working to rescue a family. The house collapsed on top of the cellar door and trapped them.
We had to use Humvees and heavy machinery to move massive trees and debris.
We got them out. We helped a lot of people out. It felt good to know I could really make a difference.
Because I'm a citizen soldier in the National Guard.
Be there the moment your community needs you. Learn more at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Colorado National Guard. Aired by the Colorado Broadcasters Association and this station.
Dana Lash, tonight at 8 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us today. Thought we'd round up the show here with another little piece of help that would, help you create those memes, come up with some great visuals, some graphics, instead of doing what many people decide to do in small business, and you know what that is.
What's that?
Steal from Google.
Steal from Google? It's not... Yeah, it is.
If you hit right-click Save Image As, and it's not yours, and you don't have permission, you might be a thief.
Yeah, there are copyright issues, and you know what? And just even citing that, okay, this is where I found it, does not give you permission to use it.
Always, no.
And in many cases, bloggers have lost this fight. It is an expensive fight. It is not worth it. The drama, the stress, the headache, the cost of using somebody else's images, even if you've given and cited where you got it from, is not allowed.
And by the way, it can go back retroactively from the very first time on the interweb that you ever took something, and that can be expensive, like really expensive. So, John Rampton came up with 7 free sources for finding engaging online images, and the keywords there are engaging, online, and free. Ready?
All right.
All right. The first one is a website called Guru Shots.
Guru Shots?
Yep, spelled just like it sounds. G-U-R-U Shots. Guru Shots. It's essentially a photo contest website. They offer hundreds of multicolored, sleek shots of professional photographers trying to edge each other out in a contest for the top awards. Right?
Okay, neat.
you can go there, and it's free. You'll be required to open an account with Guru Shots to access the gallery and other private forums. There's no actual search bar there. You just sign in and you scroll through the images to your personal satisfaction. Once you find one, drop a quick note to the artist and say, I'd like to use this. You're probably going to get a thumbs up.
Okay, well, because it's on there, and they just want to know where their stuff is being used, so they can kind of, promote that and track that as well.
You betcha.
That's exciting stuff.
How about a place called freeimages.com?
Freeimages.com. Is it really free?
Could it get any more simple?
I know, but usually when you find stuff like that, it's like that freecreditreport.com. Ain't really.
No. This is really free. Free Images stocks a breathtaking gallery of multicolored free images produced by both professional and amateur photographers, all of which are approved for quality purposes. You can use them for all kinds of cool things. Now, here's the cool deal about this freeimages.com. You can narrow down your search by entering your preferred user's name, camera specification, country, city, or origin, and file name, or whatever. And they're all available in 300 dots per inch, which means it's good for print media as well.
All right.
All right.
This is now where you've gotten out of my league.
No, I'm helping you find it. Freeimages.com is very easy for you to find.
Well, right, but the whole information and
No. It's really easy. You would pick this up in a second.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. There's one called IamCreator.com. I Am Creator Free is the name of the business, and it's IamCreator.com. Designed for commercial use, I Am Creator Free is a fully searchable repository of high-quality images from both professionals and amateurs. And again, categorically searched. You can search it for free. All they ask is that you attribute to the creator whenever you use them.
Well, and
you got permission.
Even if you have permission, you've always gone and done all the rules. It is still a courtesy to say where you got it from and whose picture it is. Anything, even with a quote, a trademark, photographs, any information. Just tell people where you got it from. That's just plain nice in the sandbox.
Now, here's a little asterisk to that free thing. The next site's called Dreamstime.
Dreamstime?
Dreamstime.com. The photos are available in all the colors and whatever you need. You can narrow your search by entering a keyword based on the subject of the image you need. You are required to open an account with Dreamstime, and you are required to subscribe to a plan, and you are required to deposit a fee to get credit cards to get credits, so as to access and legally use their images. However, there are royalty-free images, so you're not required to spend money.
Okay. All right. Not required to spend money,
but put a deposit on it, so that if you decide to go with something, we're gonna charge you. But if you decide that you want to go royalty free, you can do that as well. Dreamstime. And again,
you got to read the fine print.
You do.
Big print giveth, fine print taketh away.
And well, the fine print sets the rules. Terms first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's an important thing. But you might find that website has imagery that suits your need, and you can't find it anywhere else. So that's why.
And that's the hardest piece, I think, is having fun pictures and good pictures. We're not out there being the photographer, right? We don't always have these great photos, but we've got these great phrases and these great quotes and talking points, things that we want to tweet about, that we want to emphasize our brand, and finding it and putting it on a great picture, I think just adds so much more. Just distinction to your images.
Here's another really cool site. It's called Gratisography. Okay. And do you ever find yourself looking for animals or action shots or travel shots or people skating, walking, something like that? Well, this website is not a whole bunch of amateur and professional photographers. It's one. Ryan McGuire. He's a professional photographer, and all these images are made available at absolutely no cost to you, without any copyright restrictions whatsoever. Use them as you want. You are required to fill out a form and open an account. That's all. And just let him know who you are so that you can download. And he says leave an attribution if you wish. Even no rules there.
All right.
If you wish. And then finally, the last one I'm going to share with you is called Death to the Stock Photo.
I like it.
Right? deathtothestockphoto.com. And like the name implies, it gives away high-quality, vibrant, and anti-stock photos absolutely free. Recipes, food, nature, people, primary themes on the site. You do have to create a free account.
But you'll immediately receive a pack of breathtaking creative images delivered to you by email every month. So they're sending you pictures. You don't have to go search for
Right. Let's say you really wanted to up your game and get involved in paying for some of this stuff. The premium account's only $15 a month.
All right.
Cover your assets, and we're talking about those the ones called your business and your employees and all that. Don't go out of a job because you stole a picture from Google or somebody else who posted a picture on Google.
Or took somebody's trademark and used it as your own.
Bad.
This is just bad for business. So, do it right. Stay up and up. And there's, check it out, find out. You can talk to a business lawyer. We've got a couple of great business lawyers on our Extreme Customer Service Directory. If you've got questions about that, don't just assume that, well, I'll ask forgiveness later.
Yeah, no, that's good for kissing girls, but not good for
business.
For business. Okay.
This is good stuff.
Well, thanks to John Rampton for that article that inspired that. And use those photos for your memes. Remember, memes are like billboards on information superhighway. You have the opportunity to catch and retain somebody's attention for just a small period of time. Branding is not dead.
Now, thanks to Darrell Stern, he was on talking about memes earlier in the first hour of our show. You can set up your Stern Storming session with him at sternstorming.com.
And thanks to Michael Gerber for joining us again today. We love having him on the show as well. All right, folks, on behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen every single day, we say thank you. Thank you for tuning in and participating in the revolution in how people treat people in business. We'll see you tomorrow.
This has been the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.